What's going on? R.I.M.E live in HD. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for updates on upcoming events, things of that nature. Terrific TV caps, they're here, going fast. I want to talk about a subject that's very important. Right now, we're going to talk about answer. To answer. Answers. Or to answer. This is actually a loaded topic, but I was speaking to a close acquaintance of mine about this subject, and I've decided to do a vlog on it as well. It's very loaded, but it's very important and it's very necessary. What is necessary? It's necessary for us to not so much let life happen to us. It's important for us to happen to life. And that's through our experiences, through our problems, through our interactions with each other. Anytime something happens in your life that you don't agree with, or that you do agree with, or whatever, it's not so much what happens in our life, it's how do we respond to it, right? So if there's something building up against you, right, it has to be answered by you. And the reason I say this is a loaded topic is because it's not always about retaliation. It's not always about get back. It's not always about cussing somebody out. It's not always about that. There are so many different ways to answer a situation. And the situation and the circumstances surrounding the situations will give you a clue on how to do that and what to do in a scenario like that, because there's always options. A lot of times things happen to us, if it's immediate, if it's in your face, sometimes it requires an answer right then, and it might be a survival answer, if you know what I'm talking about. But all scenarios aren't like that. All scenarios aren't like that. Some scenarios can be answered with silence. Some situations can be answered with prayer. Some situations can be answered with action towards whatever threat, whatever heresy that's been spoken against you. It's so many different ways to answer something, but things in your life need to be answered. Sickness come in your body, that needs to be answered by you. Falling out with friends, discontentment, unforgiveness, all of those things need to be answered. Someone took offense and expressed to you they took offense to something you did or said. It has to be answered. It should be answered. Whether you feel wrong, right or wrong. But the answer is so important, and the choice of answer is so important. Sometimes you get into it with people off on some straight victim of circumstance type stuff. Like basically, you was having a bad day, they was having a bad day, y'all interacted with each other and went off on each other. And it might not be neither one of you fault. One person's offended for one thing, the other person's offended for, but y'all just both was just having a bad day already. And then next thing you know, y'all striving with each other over what? Probably nothing. It's usually like that. If somebody's already going through something, and then they have an encounter with you, y'all 9 times out of 10, you had your own issues, or maybe you wasn't even going through nothing, but you interacted with this person who's already had something on their chest. They handle you a certain way, you ain't like, now you mad, like I ain't do nothing. They looking at you like, you came to irritate them even more, and this not even the case. And y'all probably arguing over something hella petty. But it's because the energy was off anyway. You had good energy, you come, but then now you mad because you trying to help this person and try to give advice and all that stuff, and the other person, he looking at you like, man, you just came in here to just make my day worse. You coming in here smiling in my face, I ain't nothing to smile about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not happy. But because worst time to solve a problem is in the middle of the problem. Worst time. You know what I'm saying? Like, while the problem is yet happening to you. It's like, we wish we could just zap something and just diffuse everything. No. You solve problems more than likely preventative. A lot of problems y'all don't have is because y'all learn how to solve them before they happen. You know what I'm saying? And decrease them happening. But in the midst of the battle, sometimes, you know. But like relationship issues, those usually get solved not in the problem. Those usually get solved when y'all doing good. Those are best time to have those solved is when y'all in good space. Best time to talk about those things when y'all in good space, when y'all feeling good, not when you're feeling mad. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know, when I say solve, because when you get to solve them, you get to prevent them from happening. I think that's the best way to solve a problem, is prevent it from happening, right? If you can. The best way to solve a problem is for it not to even be a problem, you know. But when you're talking at each other, now you're talking out of emotion, you're talking out of, you know, how did I get there? But an answer is always better than not answering. And like I said, some answers are silence. Some things are so touchy at the moment. Sometimes your answer is silence, talk later, or whatever, or not talk. But you gotta be intentional about your answer. And understand that your answer is the best choice at the time. I got a phone call about somebody dying. They put the microphone in front of my mouth. What I gotta say? It's almost like I felt like, okay, because I'm the person you come to about death, I'm gonna have an answer for this, or I'm gonna have something to say about it. I ain't had no soothing. I ain't had nothing, because it's not because of the phone call. It's because I've gotten multiple phone calls about deaths from the same individual, and it's like when I got the third one, I'm like, it was so back to back, and it's like, you know, I didn't have nothing. I was thrown off, you know. I was thrown off. Sometimes you just gotta be there for somebody. Got a homeboy, you know. Same thing. Lost a loved one, young person. His brother called him up with that. He's having an awesome week, winning all kind of money, all that, and for that week to end like that. It's like, what? I don't know what to tell him. You know, he's angry. He's in another state. I don't know what to tell him. I like, bro, just keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes just be there for him. Fly down there, do what you need to do. Be there for him, man. Just sometimes your presence is an answer. You know, just be there for him. Listen. Let him do the talk. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes in our attempts to try to console folks and try to be there for folks and try to tell somebody something right, you're going to say a bunch of good stuff. Guess what? They still in their experience, man. It's not even time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a phone call about somebody dying, and it's almost like you want me to do the what you call it? The not the benediction. What is that? The obituary. You want me to do the obituary right now? I don't know, or the whatever they call it. I forgot what they do at the funeral homes when they speak on the person or preach the I forgot. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But I can't do that right now. I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it. But I try to give you a message right now at the point I'm talking about you just got the news. You haven't even processed it. How the heck I'm about to process it? That's how I'm looking at it. I can't process it. You ain't even processed it. You know what I'm saying? You just got the news, you know? So it's like, sometimes you don't have an answer right there. And at the end of the day, keep your mouth shut. Or you thought somebody called you with a problem. Next thing you know, you the problem. Whew. Them feelings and stuff like that. Them feelings and all them things. Them some finicky things. That's why I say I'm working on my soft skills. Because everything is in black and white. When it comes to emotions and stuff like that, everything ain't black and white. You think it is, it ain't. A lot of people carry it like that. And that's where problems really happen. You gotta find balance when it comes to emotions and feelings and energy and all that stuff. You gotta navigate it. It ain't always one thing, it ain't always another thing. You know. It ain't always hot, it ain't always cold. You know. Can't stand somebody in the morning, night it'd be a whole nother scenario. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so yeah. Answer. Choosing your answers. But first knowing that there needs to be an answer. But choosing your answers is very important. Very, very important. So yeah, buddy. Questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment section below. And I'll look over them. And I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can. But I'm interested in y'all thoughts about this topic today. Answer. It's R.I.M.E live in HD. Let me know if you want to get your caps. Got music on the way. So I'm tired of holding folk up. And we'll catch you on the next one.